Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Camp's Chats on the Farm. I'm going to jump straight into this week's topic. As you can see, the sun's starting to go down. Long day at work come in. I'm like, hey, I'm going to get out there and get my video put out real fast. So this week's topic occurred to me this past week. I started thinking about things and kind of where I've come from to where I am today, and what were some of the things that influenced me the most, right? So what was some of the paths that I took or influences that happened that helped kind of mold and create my philosophies and what direction I went in. And the one thing that kept standing out to me was this: we need to find comfort in leaving our comfort zone. So let's think about that real fast. What does that mean, leaving our comfort zone? If we're being quite honest with ourselves, the truth is, on a day-to-day basis, we go through a routine, and sometimes that can become a rut. And for most of us, we try to take the path of least resistance. That's just normal. So we create and mold our days around what works and what makes the most sense. But along that way, along those routes in our life, it's so crucial that we find ways to challenge ourselves. And the only way to do that is to leave our comfort zone. There's an expression, a saying that I have remembered for many years now, and that is, if it doesn't challenge us, it won't change us. So it is crucial to find ways to challenge yourself. And I will tell you this: when you are challenging yourself and you're going outside your comfort zone, that's when you're going to gain the most growth. When you become so comfortable in everything you do, suddenly you are no longer growing in different directions. And that's the goal, right? You want to grow in all your aspects. I'm going to give you a couple of ideas, a couple of things that I've done, and then I'm going to challenge you real quick. So as I've come along throughout the many years, I started thinking about, how could I challenge myself in different areas? One of those things was obviously physical fitness. So I started challenging myself, and I went from 5Ks to 10Ks to half marathons, Ironman. Then I started thinking about, how could I challenge myself in education? So I got the associate's degree, then the bachelor's, then the master's. Hey, I'm not putting out doctor's degree. It's out there. It's a challenge. I'm just going to have to dedicate myself to it. The point I'm simply making is this: all of us have the capability. All of us can do this. You find something that scares the living snot out of you. You immediately start to think about all the ways that you can fail. But don't do that. Find something that scares the living snot out of you and go all in. When you go all in and you give it everything you've got and you're outside that comfort zone, I can assure you, more often than not, you're going to be successful. And if you don't come up successful on your first shot, usually you'll learn a lot along the way. If you've made that your passion, you'll find yourself successful the next time, which is the story of Southern Iron Mom. I'm going to leave you with this week. I'm going to challenge you. Go ahead, go on YouTube, look up Southern Iron Mom. This was a series of 6 videos that we shot back in 2016 of my wife's journey back to Ironman. She come up 7 miles short of the finish line, 140.6 miles. It was devastating. She had went all in the year before training and came up just a little short. She went way outside of her comfort zone. The whole story is really quite amazing, to be honest with you. You can find it on YouTube. She went back a year later because she knew that was not going to be the moment that defined her. Falling down was not going to be the moment that defined her. She went outside her comfort zone. She challenged herself. She failed. She came back stronger and smoked it the next year. That's what I'm asking you guys to do. Go outside your comfort zone. Find something that challenges you. Go after it with everything you've got. That's all I've got this week. I've got some more stuff coming up next week, as always. Thank you guys for tuning in, clicking, sharing. I know this message is for somebody out there. I really appreciate all the likes and you guys just supporting me. As always, be good to one another.